Welcome to Entrementor. Great CEOs create great cultures. X company has a great culture. Y company's culture attracts talent. Z company's culture is the reason why their best people are leaving. We hear these phrases all the time in business, and we just intuitively understand what culture is. But as you know by now, executive leadership has to be deliberate and calculated. It's not enough to understand something internally. We need to be able to systematically establish it. So with that being said, what do we mean when we say culture, and how does a great CEO take advantage of this? A concise definition of company culture that I agree with is that it's the determining influence behind an employee's behavior when not being directed. It's how you do what you do. Essentially, how your employees think, feel, and act towards an action without you having to tell them. But in an environmental component, there's an environmental component that directs this motive, essentially. Obviously, the behavioral outcome is deeply rooted in your mission statement, your ethics, your values as an organization, which is where you as the CEO come in. But before that, let's ask why it's so important. Well, culture is so critical because humans aren't machines. You can't just push a button on your team and expect them to work at maximum output. Work and productivity have a deeply psychological and moral component to them. It's important to make your employees feel valued, respected, important. The best company cultures absolutely make that evident internally and externally, which stimulates the best performance possible out of their employees. Numerous studies have found companies with great cultures consistently have greater returns than companies without, sometimes up to a 20% yield. Famous business analyst Michael Porter made it clear that it's not technology, it's not financial resources, but it's having a people-centric culture that is the defining competitive advantage. So what makes a great culture, and how do you as a CEO build it? A great culture is a well-nurtured tree. Its fruits are happy employees, and it is deeply rooted in clearly communicated values and ethics. To build a great culture, you must genuinely care for the people who work for you. Good pay, involvement in their career growth, and understanding that they have a life outside of work. You must deeply value their opinions and allow them to share them without fear of retaliation. You will know your culture is developing well when you see long-term employee retention, above average returns, and you see your employees turning into friends and maybe even lovers. Look, culture starts from the top. You and your senior team have to live and breathe what you say your culture is. Any disconnect between your words and your actions will discourage your employees and create resentment. Also, don't hesitate to literally tell people what the values underpinning your culture are. Amazon consistently calls itself customer-centric because repeating that value over and over replicates itself in the culture and in the employee mindset. Here are my 5 tips for you to start building a great company culture today. Number 1. Empower your employees through building trust. Encourage your employees to own their decisions and be accountable to them. Give them the freedom to learn, grow, and act the way that they feel they should. Trust is a great way to empower them. 2. Have culture talks with your senior leaders. The company culture starts with the CEO and works its way down through the business via the messages to the senior leadership team from the CEO. The CEO should facilitate discussions through their humility, vulnerability, and openness while utilizing the brainpower in the room, allowing senior leadership to weigh in on conversations. This will not only build buy-in, but create opportunities for their voices to be heard. Number 3. Create a growth coaching path where every employee feels valued, respected, and appreciated. Every employee wants to know that they not only play a part in contributing to the company they work for, but also that the company cares enough to invest in them. You can do this by setting monthly one-on-one coaching calls or in-person meetings to aid the employee in creating a personal development plan and providing feedback on their progress to help them stay on path. Remember, employees are genuinely motivated when they are valued, respected, and appreciated, and when leadership shows that they care. It makes a significant impact on employee morale and adds to a great company culture. Number 4. Create a safe space. It's crucial that employees know they have a safe space at work to share their perspectives and ideas openly, honestly, and transparently, without retaliation. You can create a safe space by holding town halls, company progress panel discussions, workplace committees, or internal workshops, which can have conversations and have positive impacts. Having a continuous conversation by finding a common language of understanding, listening, and providing a channel where employees can bring up issues and solutions will set the tone for employees to know not only that you care, but that they are heard. 5. Ensure proper onboarding of new employees. Without a doubt, it's essential to have an onboarding program to ensure that you set the tone for your new hire success. Start by making sure that they completely understand the company culture. Too often, employers forget this, which causes a misalignment at your company's core. Remember, this is the new hire's home away from home, so make sure they understand the culture and how they can contribute to it, as well as to the company's success. Look, I hope you took maximum value from this video. Let's start building great cultures, appreciating our employees, and truly living our values. I'm your intro mentor. This is my CEO Academy. Remember, the treasures you seek lie in the cave you fear to enter.